whole room effect.
Welcome everyone to this presentation about bullying. I'm Sergeant First Class Evans. When I was in the 6th grade, I had a good friend named Shay Gilmore. He was a real small guy, real skinny, short for his age. And we also had a student in our class named Forrest, real big guy. He had failed school 3 or 4 grades. He was on an average of 16, 17. Of course, we was all 12, around the age of 12 years old. He would constantly pick on Shay. He would call her names. He would slap him. He would pull his hair, knock things off his desk, beat him up during PT, talk about him. A lot of different things he did to him. But Shay did let it bother him at first. He struggled with it. He confided in me a lot about it. I was not much bigger as Shay was, so I felt like there was nothing I could do. Shay later overcame this, and he went to college, and he's currently serving as an executive administrator with an Apple company. Doing real good. He has a family, he had kids, and he has really recovered from being bullied younger. He did not let it affect him. There's many forms of bullying. 3 I'm going to focus on are physical, psychological, and verbal. There's also effects and warning signs of bullying I will cover during this speech. Some of the signs of bullying, the first one is verbal. As you can see from the video, calling people names can be very detrimental. It can be simple things like, Gary, you look Gary. It doesn't have to be flat out names that we all common with, but they can very well affect a girl later on in life just by calling her names. Another way is making threats. You threaten somebody, if you don't do so and so, I will beat you up, as a sign of verbal also. Another sign is psychological. Psychological can be as simple as spreading rumors about somebody, telling lies on somebody. That can affect them in more ways than you realize. Even though you may mean it in a laughing, joking manner, having a good time, it can really have long-term effects. I'll use Sergeant Warren for an example. If I was to say he was having an affair with his wife, it may be all good and fun, a joke between me and Sergeant Warren that I told Sergeant White about, but then Sergeant White told somebody else, now it caused Sergeant Warren marital problems, because the wife don't know it was a joke. And it's what's going on in the picture here. The girl behind her are talking about her, or perceived to be talking about her. So they point at her, laughing, giggling. It may not have nothing to do with her, but you have to be careful in situations, because it could hurt her psychologically. Another form of bullying is physical. Physical is described as any hitting, pushing, taking something physically away from someone, or anything of that nature. You see it more at the lower age than you do at the older age. But as an example here, a kid beating on another kid, slapping him around, the kid don't know what to do. Some of the effects of bullying is it could have people stay away from everybody. They isolate themselves. They be crying, complaining of pain all the time. They have bruising, it's broken bones. That's some of the effects of bullying. And some of the warning signs of bullying is the guy that used to hang out with everybody now hangs out by himself. You had a function, he's the one sitting in the corner. He cries, goes home, locks himself in a room. He complains about not feeling well all the time, just to get out and doing things. And to wrap this up, in conclusion, I spoke about the physical, the verbal, and the psychological forms of bullying. I spoke about the effects and the side effects. And what I'd like to ask you today is, if you see bullying, try to interfere, stop it, teach them the right thing. If it is you, please refrain from doing so. Like I said, you never know. Like the old saying goes, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words may never hurt you. But what you may be saying as a joke can very well be detrimental to someone else. Thank you for attending. Now, we go 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What it is, sir, that the lab thing I got graded on right there, the graduate